Okay, we're gonna change some thermostats on a, was it 2011 Duramax thermostats. You got two of them, one behind the other, and they're right here underneath the water outlet. So first thing you want to do, drain your coolant. I'm gonna take out some of the bolts here out of this assembly. It's hard to see because it's not a Cummins. You know, Cummins you can see everything, but you know, Dodges and Power Strokes you can't see nothing. So we take this bolt out, this one here in the shroud, this one here that's on the I think that's the AC low side, and then we got a little sensor right here we got to pull up, and then we have to take out the oil fill tube. All right, so start taking some of these bolts off the fan shroud here. It's 13. I think a lot of it's going to be 13 millimeter.
And not 12. Like the other guy said.
Shh, they're going to know I watched the video. Got one. I have one hiding in here. Yeah. I can't make my fingers do that. Remember where that one goes. Let's see. Go try a swivel. Take these two bolts off the AC fitting. If I can get in there.
Oh, you can do it.
I'll get in there. Eventually. I think I gotta use a wrench on the lower one though. One. Yeah, I'll need a wrench on the little one. It'd be nice if we had ratchet wrenches for metric, but these do not.
Someone's gonna have to buy some.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. Oh, it's gonna be one of those guys. Can't get on it. I find two nuts, or two bolts to hold on that one little line to be a little bit much. It's like, it's just a hose. And
Truck makes a lot of power. They don't want it to vibrate loose.
that's true. That's true. Gonna have to do the old flip the wrench and get a quarter turn each one.
He showed that bolt who was boss.
Yep. Pull this little sensor up. Should just be in a little clip.
Need a flathead to get the clip. Oh, you got it.
Get them out of the way. So I guess what's left for that?
What the hell did they put loom on a metal hose like that?
I don't know, abrasion. Something else might be hitting it. Alright, so so we took that bolt off the front of the oil hose, the other one down in the shroud. The two bolts that were right there. Unhooked that sensor, pull that hose out of the way, and we gotta get that one down there at the bottom of the pipe. And then we gotta pull the old fill tube out. And we'll take this hose off. And there are four bolts around the housing, the water housing, and then that comes off. All right, so I loosened up the hose and popped it off. We'll just pull it back out of the way. And somewhere where it's gonna flick up and get you. I guess there's no coolant drain on this engine, so keep that in mind. The hose over here on the passenger side, you can pull that little wire E-clip out of it and pull it back a little bit and get it to drain out there. Is an option. So. Bungee?
I should have just taken this. I'll snag this.
I got it kind of tucked over here. So I think it'll be alright as long as it don't come flying back at me.
I'm gonna take this.
So I got all this out of here. I have four. I want to say 13 millimeter. Let me see. They are 12 millimeter, I believe. So you're gonna have four 12 millimeter bolts in there.
Oh, I have the stuff to do it. I mean, depending on how long this takes, I might fucking do the oil change later. My wife does need me to go do her honey to-do list before Turkey Day.
Oh, I can see that.
But I said, I'm working on my truck. It's always about you. I need to work on my truck. You want to cart me around?
So you don't want to watch the video.
Those look tighter than I thought they were going to be.
You're a little snug.
Putting that housing back on something you got to torque? Are you worrying about crushing a gasket or a seal?
I don't know off the top of my head. Wait till I get there and then we'll figure it out. Hopefully you don't have to torque it. Well, I mean, you probably should. But my wife's got my truck with my torque wrench in it that I was driving around with for anticipating doing this. I just realized that.
She's doing big truck stuff today?
No, she's breaking it. She's supposed to go to the transfer station and then I get a call that my doors won't shut right because she tripped the bottom latch on the rear door again, and it wasn't, because there's two latches, one on top and one on the bottom.
Yeah. And it closes over the striker.
Yeah. And she somehow they tripped the latch on the bottom again, and they slammed the door and it wouldn't shut because they didn't know how to take it off. So they got one latch on, one latch off, and the door half open, and it's like, there you go.
So it's just sticking gunked up.
No, I don't know what she's doing because they're not spring loaded or anything. When you open the door up, they open. So somehow when they're getting in or out or whatever they're doing, they're pulling the latch up, somehow hooking it, and then when they go to shut it, it's hitting the.
Some kids are doing it.
I don't know who's doing it. And it hits the plate, and then it doesn't want to shut because it's already tripped over.
Yeah.
And then they go to shut it, and all it does is kind of jam it closed.
I had a vehicle do that. I had to take the door apart, fucking spray the shit out. There's all kinds of crap in there. Every time I would do that, I'd slam the door shut. When it shut, it bounced back.
Yeah.
It hit the striker. I go, what the hell's wrong with my door? I get a flathead.
I can grab a magnet. I can't get my fingers in there.
Your little phalanges.
At least they're metal. Let's think if they were like aluminum or stainless. But I guess they wouldn't be stainless. So.
Isn't that technically still metal?
Yeah, but they're non-ferrous. They're not magnetic. So technically, yes, you are right, but I want to be right too. So.
Oh, that sounds like a juicy fart.
Yeah.
I know she's pissing out. I gotta place that bucket. Whoa!
What's going on?
Oh, fucking right. It's all going in the bucket. I would have done that any better if I wanted to. Now, how much is that gonna hold?
How much is coming out? Until we get a water level.
Oh, I get it now. But this is now back feeding into there. That's the low point.
Yep.
Okay. Do I want to crack this?
Oh, not just yet. I don't know what's holding it down. Oh, is there another bolt? No, that doesn't go through. Might get a little steam for a bit.
Some hot water will go good. Got a water bottle in my truck.
I'm gonna hook the pressure washer up. There's a pressure washer.
Alright.
Get that. Get this fan shroud. I'm gonna have to take that out.
What was that?
I have to take this fan shroud out.
It won't clear because of that plastic there?
There's a little, oh, there it is. There's a little nipple in it. It's sticking into the housing.
But you gave it 110%. And you got it.
Well, I was pulling on it a minute ago and I didn't want to break it, and then it just kind of went.
Did you have spinach with your lunch or something, Popeye?
I might have.
You need to pull anything out of the way? You got it?
No, this fan shroud is fighting me. Oh, oh. There'll be a record. First time changing one of these things and not taking anything else off the engine.
Oh, that's supposed to be stuck in there?
Yeah, it just sticks to it. It's just something that happens.
So that's the one we need to make sure is the right one.
Yeah, so this just goes back.
So that's the two things, the two
Yeah.
drain ports you're talking about?
Yeah, little bleeder ports.
Bleeder ports.
Yep, those go to the back. They're the rear one, and then the bleeders go to the back.
So can you look at one and physically see, yeah, this thing is being faulty?
You can like boil water and see if it opens at the right temperature. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you have to heat it up and then monitor the temperature it's at and see if it opens at that temperature.
What the hell is this that I'm listening to?
The bleeder balls.
Oh.
There, see that right there? Basically, they just kind of let the air through.
Oh, okay. So is that one stuck? Oh, they're both moving?
They move a little bit, but not much. They're kind of gummy.
So could that be an issue? I'm assuming there's really no margin for error with these. It's got to be all or nothing.
You got one that's working. It just kind of lets the air through as you fill the engine up. It'll let the air through, so it'll circulate.
Huh.
Yeah, you got one working, one stuck. You probably generally want them both going, but I don't know.
See, I don't know much about thermostats at all.
I don't know if it'd make a big deal. Yeah, I don't know about these ones. I think the other ones just have like a wax in them or something. When you heat them up, they swell and they open because of the heat. Take that, we'll clean off the bottom of this.
Now that tank's drained, should I start disconnecting those lines over there? And that tank's pretty much drained and I can get that tank out.
Look at that. So in case anybody's wondering, that's how you do that.
Light a profession.
Yep, I meant to do that. I knew what I was doing the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably unhook those. So you probably gotta take your intake off. Just have to get that bottle out.
Yeah, I think so. It sits like that. I got a mounting bolt in the back by the battery, and then it looks like we got one up front. Is that something normal you gotta do with those? Put a blade to them, you get part of the gasket, it just gets hot enough, it kind of cooks the gasket.
Yeah, it's just because it's rubber sitting on there. You get rubber, what was it, 180, 200 degrees all the time?
Yeah.
It just kind of bakes it on, so you gotta scrape off anything that's sticking up.
Is this fucking bolted in too? It is.
Oh, did you not put that in there?
To be honest with you, no. My kid did a while ago. I have a bolt for it. I think it's you get the filter out. I don't think you get the whole thing. I wonder if it's inside. I gotta take the cover off of that.
It might be. Does it have just rubber plugs where it plugs a nipple through?
For what?
Sometimes it's got like a rubber plug or just pushes through a grommet.
I think it was bolted in that whole filter housing box. I think that was bolted down.
So you might not have to do too much bleeding to this because you still got an engine full of coolant here. Okay, so here's the one with your bleeders. Put your wrap your O-ring around it, and it goes in the back. It sits like this, and it goes in the back one. One. This one looks a little different. Oh, this is probably a guy right here. See? This one's probably the one that's stuck. See how that's up?
Yeah.
It's down there.
Okay.
And then this thing is all stuck up, unless it opens the other way, but it wouldn't make sense that you have two totally different opening ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this guy's stuck open. So you got like a little color change right there.
Yep.
That's what I guess. So 2 different heights. The the symptom of this was that it was running at 150 degrees and not 180. This one goes in the front. I gotta blow those holes out so we don't crack your thing when you put the bolts in. There's coolant in the holes there. If you force the screws in, then since the fluid doesn't expand, it won't come out, it'll just crack.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so if you ever got a blind hole like that where it doesn't go anywhere,
Yeah.
you want to make sure there's no liquid in it or oil or anything, because it'll just force it, it'll pressurize it, and it can crack whatever you're pushing it into. What size you looking for?
I don't know. I'm just playing a guessing game.
Yeah.
Smaller. Probably 10.
Alrighty. See if we can get that back in there.
Mikey's dumping out his trash.
Oh, wait a minute. Those are the 4 long ones, huh? I'm putting the wrong screws in. So you can drop them in there and then just pull the magnet sideways.
There we go.
think that these are torqued to 18 foot-pounds, is what I believe I remember hearing.
I think I gotta take the whole fucking thing out.
You got the 12 millimeter?
Yep.
Yes. Trouble. Started. So, here's that. So we'll put this back together, the opposite of removal. Which one got the Loctite? There's the bottom there. Yeah.
How the fuck am I gonna get this in?
I don't know.
That's not fucking come out.
Let me get this done first, and then we'll work on that one.
Is it bolted? this up real quick.
I'm blind.
Be blind. I'm bolted. My wife's working hard today. Fucking commenting on things on Facebook. I had such a rough day. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I'm one of the odd people in the world. I don't have a Facebook account.
You don't have one?
I do not. I had one at one point in time, but then back when they wanted to get anybody's phone access, I started to not really want to participate in Facebook anymore, so I deleted it, and everyone's like, oh, they're not going to do that, and then like 4 years later, yeah, we've been doing that.
Look at this.
Oh. Huh, that could be a problem too.
Huh. I wonder if my kid just didn't see it or just thought it was supposed to be like that. Because he definitely wouldn't have done that without saying anything to me.
Well, you don't really have any coolant marks or anywhere, like it was dripping, so I don't know if that was dripping.
That's odd.
Because you'd have like white residue there
Yeah.
from the deck school.
There's a rough one.
Oh, this thing got moved.
Ooh, excuse me. Alright, where'd that 10 go? There it is.
That's how it's supposed to be. Alright. So with this one, you want to take the top one out first and take the bottom one out first. And reverse order, putting it back together, put the bottom one in first and top one in second.
There's two fucking lines. Oh, that's the small one, that's the bigger one. Fack. Oh, and there's a plug. There's the wire for the plug.
That's what I was concerned with.
What?
Trying to tighten this bottom one up and then having it move to where I couldn't get the top bolt in.
You don't like to address your concerns?
Well, I don't like to let them know what's going to concern me, because then it might happen. It's one of those. I'm just going to see what happens. I'm not going to bring it to.
We're gonna see if we can ride this out and have everything work.
Yeah. I don't want to bring it to the truck's attention that this is concerning me, because it'll do it. The proverbial jinx.
Come on, you pig. I guess I don't have a fucking knack for these clips.
You're not breaking them, are you?
No, not yet.
I would say to refrain from it altogether.
That's not good. I fucking rust on my truck, but my battery tray. What the hell?
You gotta get him undercoat that next time.
Yeah. Alright, this thing is... Oh, look at that. You're working with me. Come on, baby. This hose clamp is kicking my ass.
You're making my film a rated R film.
I think so, huh? You're gonna be busy editing.
I don't know if I could take it all out. I'll just have to turn it way down and put music in.
Come on.
There's just too much profanity to take it all out. Well, in case anybody's wondering, this is pretty much real time, so if you want to know how long it takes to do this, this is how long it takes.
Just remember, folks, we're professionals.
Well, I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night. You feel alright?
No. This thing's kicking my ass.
You might have to go real small on those pliers right there, because you got to get that for small.
How's it coming at the top?
There's a vent. There should be a vent on that.
There is.
Is there a different pair of pliers other than the big ones?
Woosah.
Huh?
I got a woosah on myself. Stupid clamp.
I don't know what you just said. Uh-oh.
Bad Boys 2, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Their chief tells him to woosah. Rub his ears to calm down. Just go woosah.
Oh. What are you talking about? I never heard of that. Was that a big ear joke because Martin had big ears or something?
I don't think it was a joke. I think it was just... I think the whole movie was a joke, honestly. Oh. Don't do that.
What are you doing?
You're making a mess.
You're getting it everywhere.
Now, what would stain the tank black?
Hmm?
And the tank is black. You can barely see. I didn't think there was any coolant in it.
I don't know what would stain the tank black. Oil, maybe?
But it's on the inside. It's not the outside.
That's what I mean. If you got oil on your coolant, it might do it. I don't know what would make it go black.
You got all kinds of good news for me, don't you?
Not really. I'm just being real. I'm not keeping it real, man. I don't know. I mean, it might just be a heat thing. I actually haven't seen these coolant bottles in that like kind of clearish type plastic. So it's all kind of new to me. Yeah, I'm all done on my side. Let's see how it's going over here.
No need to make wise guy comments right now. I should probably get the hose hooked on before. So.
You may hold some? Take my bucket.
The plan of attack was to leave this in the hole.
Why don't you just slide the hose clamp back? So
I couldn't slide it back. I was fighting it.
You hold that.
I was fighting it, Captain. I tried. I gave up.
Where does this go? Does this go around that, underneath or above?
Probably goes behind it. Yeah, like so. That would make sense because it gotta get plugged into the intake. Now I gotta get this plug right here.
Oh, you got two batteries. You got a lot of connectors over there on that one, huh?
Yes.
That is a gigantic positive cable.
You're not shitting.
Wow.
I'm not even sure what it's for because it doesn't have a plow frame or anything. It's never plowed.
Wow, no, it's probably for. It looks like those look like those big fuses. I've seen them like the gas ones on the firewall. I've seen one up there. I've never seen three of them. That doesn't mean that not every single Duramax has one, because I bet they all do. I just never. I don't do much with Duramaxes.
Smart manufacturer to play.
This right here is going to plug into that, I'm guessing, because it looks like it's
Oh, okay.
a plug there.
I'm going. This it's not lining up. There's no hole. So let me take it out. So how the hell am I supposed to get this? Oh, that slides. All right.
Yeah, that stays right there. You got to shove that on that.
Is there a hole?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Go figure. Alright, just a little persuasion and it'll go in.
The light over here.
Okay. Now this hose.
So, if you get coolant on your hoses, they will probably squeak. So if you take warm water and kind of splash it on the hoses to wash it off. It'll wash it off and use compressed air to blow it out. Obviously don't pour it in the alternator or anything. I got that trick in South Main Auto. Give credit where credit is due, right? You got a bee in there.
I just blew over and landed in there.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna get stung. Like when I was like 5 years old, I stepped on a bee and killed it, and my brother went over and touched it, and it stung him because it was still kind of moving a little bit.
No way.
Yeah, it was dead. He just kind of impaled himself with the stinger. Wow, you got a lot of belt in here.
That's what all the ladies tell me.
It's like a mile of belt. Because my serpentine belt. Girls, there you go. Have to see if we got an hour-long video of the back of my head.
What am I doing right now? Going on the intake.
Hopefully that gets it all off.
Alright, that's that. Oh. Come on, baby. Alright, intake, get in your home. There we go. You fucker, I gotcha.
No. Just looking. Where's that plug that goes in here? Thing?
Right here. It's down there a little bit.
Before you get too far and it's gone.
How the hell did you just get knocked down there so far? You fucker. Good thing you said something now.
I'm gonna have to find the little beep sound.
Beep. Oh, yeah, I think it's still on, isn't it?
Well, you're still working. Don't worry, I'll probably cut that down shorter.
Huh.
Get it? You need to delete the throttle valve. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to delete things. I'll have to delete that.
I know what you're talking about.
Right there, it's a throttle valve, isn't it? It looks like one.
I couldn't tell you what it is.
I think it's a throttle valve. I don't know if it's normally open or if it's can't be closed, otherwise it'd be pretty restrictive. It's like all the power strokes, they all have those butterfly valves, like gas engines do now.
Yep. Four.
Are you done with the sockets?
Yeah. I'm all done with the sockets.
So, just fill your system up and check for leaks. And yeah, so you change your thermostats, or at least how I did it. So, if this can help somebody, great. Thanks for watching.